Hello everyone and welcome to Whiskey Wars, and for today's episode of the NeckPour we have another special release from Diageo. I don't have much time, so it's going to be a quick one today. There's a fly buzzing around and I can't see it. I've just seen it. I don't think you'll be able to hear it, but I will, so that's going to annoy me. I don't have time to get rid of it. Following on from the last video, fantastic deals on at the moment for Diageo special releases. I picked up the Talisker 2022 as well as the 23 for around the £50 mark for both of them, and a similar story here but a little bit more, about £56.20 I think it was. So an amazing price. The RRP for these whiskies can go for, honestly, anywhere from £110 to £140. I am impressed with every single one of the packaging that Diageo released for these special editions. And I was super excited for this one because this is an Oban, and as many of you guys know, I love Oban. I love the Oban 14. Always wanted to try another Oban, but they're really expensive, so that's why I haven't bought one until today. I did get it from Master of Malt, fantastic deal, although super annoyed because it's gone. That's gonna do my head a lot better. Super annoyed because the day after I bought this, they then released the Distillers Edition Oban, which I would prefer because I think is it Palo Cortado finish? I think it's some form of wine finish. So I really want to try that Oban DNA with the wine finish, that fruity finish. Huge risk this one because it's rum finished, and I'm not the biggest rum fan. Although I've only had the Teeling small batch, which I really dislike, and the Smokehead Rum Riot and Rum Rebel, the Rum Riot being another bad one. So I was sceptical about this. I wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't on this deal, and it wasn't Oban. So this whiskey is bottled at 58%, and it's finished in Caribbean pot still rum casks. So pot still rum casks. I'm thinking it could be woody, spicy, but also tropical fruit. So let's see. I would assume these are all natural colour. It says natural cask strength. Now is that, let me know in the comments, is that trickery on the label, clever writing, natural cask strength? I would assume that means natural colour, non-chill filtered, but I think it could be a clever play on the words. It is Diageo, so it could well be coloured. So just reading quickly on it, it's just arrived in the post, guys. You know how I am, how impatient I get when it comes to opening new whiskey. It's why I could never ever be a collector, because credit to you if you do it, but I can't have unopened whiskey sitting on my shelf, especially unopened whiskey that I've not tried before. So let's just get this straight open. Okay, here we go, cork pop time. Great cork pop. Okay, let's see. I mean, surely this isn't coloured. It's got to be natural, because you wouldn't choose that colour if you was colouring your whiskey, would you, for a rum finish? That's really nice on the nose. Wow, okay, so I get coconut, and the only other coconut I've had is on the RM10. I love that note. There is this aquatic feel, so a little bit salty and ozonic. Mineralic, but sweet at the same time, but it's chalky. There's a chalkiness to it. It's vanilla pods, it's coconut, it's a little bit of salt and mineral qualities, and chocolate. See, now if this is what rum cask finishing is like, I'm all for it. The previous three I've had, I've not been 1 was okay, 2 were terrible. But I was getting like gone off mangoes and expired mangoes, decaying tropical fruit, and it wasn't my thing. The tropical fruit, I was expecting more of, and it's actually, obviously coconut is tropical, but I would perceive more passion fruit and mango. And this isn't, it's coconut, it's vanilla pods, and it's chocolate. I really like this nose, guys. Honestly, I bought it and I was regretting it, because the next day I got an email through saying the Distillers Edition is on for £44, so £10 cheaper than this. I know it's 43%, but it is my more sort of finish that I go for, and I was annoyed I didn't get it. But this is really nice. I'm getting like a sugar syrup in here as well. There is tropical fruit, but it's just not what I was expecting. There's a mango-ish vibe, but it's not too sweet. Like it's not quite ripe yet, which works better for me, if I'm being honest. It does remind me of a tropical island. This is a great nose, guys, because this is for someone with the amount of whiskey that I've had and the amount of whiskey that I've filmed, to still get something new is such an amazing feeling. And this is doing it, but the notes are good. I don't know whether it's because I'm looking at white flowers there. I'm getting this sort of floral vibe to the nose. It's pretty, guys. It's really pretty. But it's hinting dessert-like with the chocolate and the coconut. But still just touches of that tropical fruit. This is good without going too far in there. This is better, way better than what I was expecting. Although I did have a hope, because it is Oban. Now this is 11 years of age. I didn't mention the age for this whiskey. So the 14 is obviously 3 years older. But this is Cask Strength. Okay guys, great nose so far. Let's get into the taste, but just before we do, if you'd be so kind as to click the like button and that subscribe button, that'd be much, much appreciated. Thank you. Still not at 1,500 yet. We're almost there. I think we're about 6 or 7 subscribers short. So if you haven't clicked subscribe, please consider doing so. So, not spicy on the nose at all. Spicy on the taste. I did see when it did mention the pot still that it could have some spice to it, and it certainly does. I'm going to go back in again because that wasn't my favourite opening on the taste. A little bit disappointing. Salty. A lot saltier than the nose suggested, although it was present on the nose. I still get the sugar syrup. It tastes quite natural, which I like. There's a natural feel to this. The tropical fruit is not really present on this NeckPour. I get the spice, I get the vanilla pods, I get the like sugar cane, really, with that natural sugar feel. A touch of coconut, but I also get some wood and some spices, some citrus and some herbal accords coming in on that third sip. It's a weird one. It's fully balanced because it's salty, but there's sweetness, and then there's that chalky feel to it as well. It's mineralic. It does remind you of the sea. This reminds me of the sea with that salt in there too. But with the sugar cane, it's growing on me now on that third sip. The first sip was the worst, which is good. I'm just going to add some water, guys. Get back to you with how that goes. There is this. So I recently got a new perfume, and in it is the note of orange flower, and it's quite like this sweet but floral and slightly green and herbal, and it's just something that I'm relating to this in there, and it keeps it quite clean. It's nice. The nose is really good. I think the coconut comes out more with the water being added. Honestly, this is quite it's very different to the 14. It's very Oban, but it's also a cleaner Oban and a saltier Oban, a more coastal feel to Oban. With the 14, I get a lot of medicinal notes that I think are beautiful. There's none in here at all. Those rum casks certainly impart good flavour and difference to this Oban, but I really like that they don't make it too sweet. This is not as sweet as I was expecting, and a lot of mineral notes in here with just constant reminders of that rum cask, but nothing overbearing. I actually think this is really well done and not as polarising of a whiskey as what I was expecting. I was expecting this to be quite imposing as a whiskey at Cask Strength, and it's just not. Not that it's lacking flavour, I just think it's still a dirty and oily Oban, but with a cleanliness and a coastal sea breeze element to it. It's good. I do like it, and I think it's cool that you can sort of taste the sugarcane, but the chocolatey note is so nice. The coconut note is so nice. I actually like that it's salty, because it's like some of the salt water on the beach has got into your whiskey, but it's still sweet and reminding you of the tropical feel. I am liking this one way more than I thought I would. The nose is amazing. The taste actually with water, and I think I said this about the Talisker, I'm preferring them both with water, and I'm not a water guy, guys. I'd never add water to my whiskies. Probably like 1 or 2%. And these are two of them in a row that I would say I actually like them more with water, but maybe that's because we're in the summer now. I don't know. And I just think those hot, spicy whiskies at Cask Strength aren't my thing in the summer, in the heat. On the back end, you're getting some tart citrus. Like I say, this does not get too sweet. I thought it was going to be a bit of a sweet powerhouse, maybe a touch funky. I don't get any funk, and I don't get that depth of sweetness, what I was expecting, but I actually think for the better. Great whiskey, great design. If you guys see it on the offer, £56, and you like the notes that I've spoken about, I really recommend getting it. I mean, this is going to be front of my shelf because I just love how it looks, but so far so good. I think amazing value for that money, guys. I really do. Now, would I pay £120 for this whiskey? No, because my cap on whiskies is £100, but the most I've ever spent is £86 on the Lafroig 16. So I don't spend those sorts of prices on whiskey, but for £56, I would honestly, let's see how I get through this bottle, but I wouldn't be against picking up another one. It's really good. Do I prefer it to the Talisker 11? I mean, I could. Which whiskey war would you guys want to see me do? With the Talisker 11 2022 against the Oban 11, or the Oban 14 against the Oban 11? I'll definitely do one of them, whichever you guys want me to do. But out of those two, which one do I prefer? Maybe this one. In fact, I think I do prefer this one to the Talisker. Controversial. Okay guys, just a quick one for me today. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the NeckPour. This is the Oban 11, the 2023 special edition. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button and that subscribe button, and I hope to see you all for the next video.